the BMT Ninja Series seminar. Quick recap, we had Coach Trevor Whitman take us through the proper hand wrapping, some footwork drills, excellent details. By far the most detailed martial arts we've ever come across is Trevor Whitman. From there we went into more Dutch style kickboxing, specifically Hammer style with Nick Hemmers, who was the son of Four Hemmers, who was the brother of the great Ramon Decker. So it's great to start with the wrapping, a little bit of footwork and boxing, and then go to actual kickboxing, which brings us into the next piece of the evolutionary chain of mixed martial art type striking with Sensei Bob's Rutten and I. So this has just been an awesome experience for me. I put this together for a fan of martial arts itself, and to make sure I have a good positive environment for everyone to come and learn and grow and be better martial artists.
Sir. Hi. Good. Okay, so with me, distance is a lot. Most important thing. I always say in fighting. Yesterday I was talking about this, but a lot of people weren't here yesterday. Distance, everything. If I say, for instance, a left hook, right uppercut, what kind of uppercut we have? It's a short uppercut. If it's a left uppercut, right straight, if I would shout left uppercut, right straight, you automatically going to have to do this. Because if you do a left uppercut, right straight, that makes no sense. You're jamming yourself. You can create space by stepping back and then do that, but you have to do it in order to land a really big blow. So to do that on the spot, every time, Bruce Lee's line, a lot of you will know it. I'm not afraid of the guy who knows 10,000 kicks. I'm afraid of the guy who knows one kick, but he did it 10,000 times. You know, now, I love that. I would add, who did it 10,000 times correct? You do it 10,000 times not correct, you're gonna still kick like this.
But if you don't do it correct after 10,000 times, is there something wrong, right?
Well, but a lot of people do this. You know what I used to do, for instance, with me, myself, I'm doing the tapes, I'm constantly switching stance. I'm here, but I'm also doing this to make sure that my right shoulder passes my left, and I do it on this side also that I see my shoulder passing, that I don't do that I don't rotate. I'm constantly checking on my rotation. I'm constantly checking my straight punch from the back, hooks grounded. All the time, that's the only thing I'm thinking of, constantly. Now, I work also with sound effects, and a bunch of you guys already know that. And I really would love you to do that, because if you do it, you will excel in exponential speed. It goes really fast. I give you an example. I probably said it last time too. I trained John Jones one time. I had the interview of an Albuquerque. And I was holding him with a focus mitts. And I go, dude, you're way faster than this. You know, you throw 4 points, ta 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 ta. I said, just think, ta 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 ta, ta 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 ta. Put that sound in your head. And he goes, ta 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 ta. And he goes, holy crap, this is crazy. And he started doing it. A week later, we had this coach Greg Jackson on the show, and he walks in, and I say, Greg, how you doing? And he goes, dude, what have you been doing to the gym? I go, what do you mean? Everybody's going, nah, 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 nah. I say, are they faster and more explosive? He says, yes. I say, my work is done, dude. It works. Left, right. If I do a double left, it cannot be that one pattern. 3 in the left hook, right straight. Bam, 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 bam. Ta, 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 ta. Put that sound in your head. You're much faster than you think you are. High-pitched sounds, don't go low sounds. More, that doesn't work. So Bruce Lee was actually onto something, right? He was doing it too, think about it. He was tap, tap, tap. It's just to feed the energy in there. It was always very hard for me to explain what it is, how I generate that force. So it's like almost like I'm holding myself, containing, and then loading, and then I let control anger. I was always looking for that. For a term, I couldn't find it. Then I read in Bruce Lee's book, Controlled Anger. That's what he used. And that's exactly it. It's getting really angry, but calm, because you can't make mistakes. Because if you get angry, you're going to walk into a punch, and then suddenly you release all the power you have. Explode from 1 second and to go 0 to 120 miles an hour. By the way, this is a funny thing. If I would ask you guys, what would be a fast punch? Anybody who watched the Professional Fighters League last week, don't answer, because you know probably. We have now these chips in the gloves that measures the speed and the angles of a fighter when they're fighting. And they announced to me while I was interviewing this guy what the fastest punch was. And I go, man, you got the record. It was, what do you think would be fast? Yeah. Throw a number out. No, speed.
2/100ths of a second.
No, how many miles an hour?
Oh shit. I don't know. Is that 700?
40.
You see, you're very close. I thought at least 60 or 120, right?
Yeah.
28 miles per hour. So maybe we should have mentioned this, right? That's so sorry. Really? That's 28 miles an hour. It looks like way faster. Yeah? Am I crazy? Yeah.
For sure.
Okay. Yeah, we get 29. All right. So with that said, with the distance, let's work on that first, because normally I do a distance drill, but I really like it. I still do it with everybody. We did it also in New York, but here with this space, everybody's going to knock each other out. It's not going to happen. So we're going to do another one, and that's the first one we're going to do. It's an uppercut right body shot. A right body with me is a right straight to the body. That's a weird combination.
I'll just say barbecue. We're going to body shots.
Yeah! I know you guys were eating. So right up against here, right? Right up against here, it would be stupid to throw right straight to the body now. So I'm going to have to create that space. So since I know I'm going to throw it, I'm throwing an uppercut and right way step back and I go straight to the body. From there we're going to start working. But find that distance, uppercut, move out, and then go right straight to the body. Always think about that, because that little space is going to take away a lot of power if you don't do it correctly. That's where all the real power comes, at the end of your punch. Think about the more you let it travel, the more power it gets. My example is a bow and arrow. It's going to stick in his body. It's going to go through his body. That's the difference with hitting somebody like this or hitting him at the end of your punch. That's where the real power is. All the time, focus on that. Nose on your opponent, not eyes. I said it yesterday. This is why I still have my eyes on him, yet I can't see his left eye now. Now I can see everything. Why would you punch or look into the side? If you do that, look in the mirror. Let your body move, your face stays still all the time. Look at a leopard or whatever running. See how they run. Everything moves except the face, completely still. That's what you want to try to mimic. One last thing, if you can absorb this, because there's a lot of information that comes from everything what you do from now on, with power, don't make a grimace. Be relaxed. Hitting a lefty weight, don't do that. Do this. You don't need to do that. You need to keep your mind relaxed. Doing this is telling your mind something is wrong. You start getting agitated. So don't do that. Be completely relaxed. Do it, and that's why I do it with power training in my pool. I do these pool workouts, crazy workouts. That's the thing where I focus on. Because sometimes when it gets really hard, you want to go, don't do that. Just relax. Constantly relax, because the more the mind is relaxed, the faster your body's going to react. It's going to explode. All right? Push. 1, 2, 3. Go! Load them up, power. Push up on the back foot with the right strike. Now with this distance thing that we just did, you're going to go for the liver shot. And 80% of you, as soon as you hit, I see the back foot move. Focus on that back foot to keep it on the ground. Otherwise you can't put your body weight in there. This is important. It's very important. Again, don't worry about it too much, because right now the face is here and the body is here. In real life, the face will be here. You probably won't have that problem. Just think about it. Okay? 1, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, time. Because of the full distance, the full sense of distance that we're having right now, a lot of you guys, when you come off the straight, you give a liver shot, you're leaning and the back foot is moving. That means you can't put your body weight in there. That's worthless on a body shot. On the left hook, arm punch can still knock him out. Don't get me wrong, if he's breathing in, at the moment you hit him, yeah, you knock him out. You don't have to hit out. You go, that's it. Because you can do 6,000 sit-ups a day, but if you breathe in and you get hit, those 6,000 sit-ups are not going to do anything for you. You're going to go down. Okay, so keep that in mind, that sometimes you're going to have to make a shorter straight in order to set the right body shot up. In this particular case, we came off from a hook, right? That was the last one. Load it up, 2 feet on the ground, guys. Really use your 2 feet. Always think about this. He's standing in front of me, shoulder width, like this. I can't push him to the side. I can only push him to the side if I have this foot on the ground. Hey, what does that mean? Well, that means both feet on the ground to put your body weight in the punch. Straight punches come from your back foot. Your left and your right. You're pushing off. And I'm standing square. This is a straight. It's not a jab. I'll lead a jab and I'll return with an overhand. I'll do that on purpose. If a guy goes double jab, I'll take him. Boom, 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 bam! And I give him a hard right straight. Go straight through. The guy stands in front of me like this, pushing off in the back like I'm rotating his upper body. I'm not going to eat that jab. I'm going to block it. He's going to force me to block it, which will open up different targets for me again. You see? It's a very basic concept, but it works perfectly if you all put it together. Hi, hi, hi. I had a liver shot, keep the back foot on the floor. On 3, 1, 2, 3. Whoop.
gotta get some of these reps in. I had this seminar just so I could attend.
You know, when I started going to work, I go, yeah, I miss those times. You know, training over there and going to town. We will go out on Friday nights, come home because the clubs there in Belgium close. They live close to Belgium. They close at 6 in the morning. So we come in completely out of control. The whole place like smells like God knows what anything more. And then we would start sparring. Music loud, rah, and then everybody goes kill each other. You know, one of our favorite things to do. A lot of throwing up, a lot of fun stuff. We're chopping a leg up. So now we realize suddenly that we hurt somebody with a low kick. He starts limping. You got to be very calm. Because my biggest wish was when I was fighting Maurice, I was either going to fight Kevin Randleman or Maurice Smith. Now Maurice Smith I already fought twice. And I beat him in Japan. And the third time I said, if he wins, because I thought he's going to win from Randleman, he always opens up with low kicks. I'm going to let him low kick me. And after 4 low kicks, I'm going to do very subtle, like I shake my leg a little bit, you know, very subtle, so don't overact, very subtle. And as soon as I hear his corner, shout at him, he's hurt! He's hurt, go for his legs, trust me. His mind, he's going to forget all about technique. He's going to only think he sees the end destination right there. And he's going to kick me with everything he has, he's going to forget his defense, and the only thing I'm going to do is boof! And I'll knock him out. And then I would have done this. But if I can come up with a plan like that, you guys can come up with a plan like that. Right? And others can do that as well. So always watch out. Now, if it's real, the guy's hurting, and you probably can tell by his leg, we're going to chop it down. We start with a simple one. And this again, now we put a break in and not a break in. I'm going to give you the whole thing, and I'm going to see if you can do it. Let me use you for a second. We start with the 1-2 in Thai boxing. The 1-2 in Thai boxing is the left hook, right low kick. Works the same as the 1-2, or somehow it's always good. Never throw a single low kick. It's just a very dangerous thing to do because, especially in Holland, we all train for just to take it and countering it. It's a dangerous thing. We will go over it in a little bit, and I got a few little counters for you, different counters, that where you have to wait for a beat and where you have to not wait for a beat for the most desired effect. For this one, it's a long left hook and a right low kick. Boof. Now I break it up. I come back with a right cross hook, low kick, and now I go hook, cross, hook, low kick. I'm just chopping the leg down. 1 punch kick, cross hook, punch, kick, and now left, right, left, kick. 1 punch, 2 punch, 3 punch. First punch start with the left hook, second combination start with the right straight, third start with the left hook again. You see, we're making him crazy. Now, if you really want to go to town, the second punch that you throw, not the first, but the second, you go to the body. Don't start with that, but imagine what it can do. Like hook, straight. You're going to give him a cross, liver, low kick, hook, cross, liver, low kick. Now we're complete. Now that simple combination that we had made it in a really crazy combination because now we're taking the head, the body, and the legs. You see what a simple change can do? I have a really good drill for that, and we're going to do it at the end. I did my whole classes. Sometimes I do a cross hook cross, or a hook cross hook, and we do the whole class. You go, that's boring. I show you the trick in a little bit. You're going to love it. It's really cool to do, and especially on the back, you're going to get really tight. So one more, long left hook, right low kick. Go back, right straight left hook, right low kick, hook cross hook, right low kick. Turn with everything that you do. Don't do these stupid things that people teach you sometimes because I'm throwing my upper body to the right and my lower to the left. It makes no sense. I'm jamming myself. Go with it. And if you're afraid one of those guys who kicks like this, don't have your hand here. Put it just in front of his chin. That's what I do. If I give a right low kick, it's very hard for him to counter. And I can see everything. Even if he goes for a body shot, I'm going to be able to block it. You see, because I'm still looking. The last one, the low kick with the hook cross hook, is a weird thing to do, especially in slow motion. It's going to look very clumsy when I do it. It's after low kick, see, it's already start clumsy. I put it back, but you see what I'm doing? I keep this one here. This one is locked and loaded. So I kick as soon as this foot lands, that's why I call it the hook cross hook and another low kick. Alright, that's maximum power, guys. You can really destroy somebody. Ready? Left hook, right low kick, cross hook, low kick, hook cross hook, low kick.
Yes, sir.
On 3, 1, 2, 3. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. There we go. Hook cross hook. And do it again, the last 3. Hook cross liver. Bum, bum, bum. See, it's still a little beat. You hear that? You're loading up. Do the load up while you throw your right straight. Bum, bum, bum. There we go. The back foot on the floor. It's a liver shot. Bum, bum, bum. Still moving. Watch out. Plan it. There we go. Now, if you do this on the back, moving, and then I good. That's a big difference. So that's how the last one, ta ta ta. I heard. Ta ta ta. It's the left, right, left. Pom pom pom. Even if it's a body shot, you can still the same speed. The problem is, a lot of guys do this, and then they have to load them up after that. I load them. I do one. I load them up here, so I can fly them right away. Yes, sir. There we go. Very nice. Go on those kicks. The example I used was a 6-year-old girl who was on the business table, he pulled a pin and he dropped it. He went in there, once this is passed, that's it, you die. Because nobody can do anything, no Heimlich. If it falls in, you're dead. So once you get tired, you breathe in and you breathe it in and it keeps the lungs. That's it, there's nothing you can do. So just think about that. Go. Yeah, I think you make a step hook on through. You're doing that? Okay. Just do hook on through, just keep the foot on the floor. Don't make that little hop in between. You don't need it. You much faster. Yes, faster. Thank you. Okay, time guys! Okay. Now, Nick was also talking about rotation, but me, it's the ultimate thing. Everything is rotation. My defense and counters are from rotation. If you give me an inside low kick, I'll take it. That's a rotation. Boom, power shot back. If I just take it, first of all, if I don't put power in there, leg's gonna fly. I can't counter. If somebody's a southpaw, I'm not gonna take that low kick, of course, right? Then I'm gonna let him miss, and I'm probably gonna counter with a left kick or whatever I want to counter with. But a southpaw, if it's the power leg coming from the back, don't take the low kick. It would be stupid to take a low. Okay, that's the only time you don't take it. Otherwise, you should never have a problem with taking the low kick, and especially because a lot of fighters standing almost in one line. Their low kicks are literally this. You should be ashamed if you want to block that thing. It's going to hurt your skin mostly. That's it. Oh, I have a rash. That's about it. Give him right straight, not the guy out. That's what I'm talking about. Now, the rotation that comes back, we're going to do a 1-2. It's going to come back after a jab from him. But the southpaw is much easier. I can knock him out with a 1-2. I can do this as well. I do it on his power hand. But we do it in normal stance. We use this a lot. I had a real good success with this with a professional boxer one time because I knew he threw a jab out a lot. It's a cool thing to do, and let me see, we're going to do it from 2 ways, yeah. So first of all, my hands are stationary. If he gives me a straight to my face, I'm blocking like this. I will never do this. I will never ever slam this hand down. If I give him a right straight and he taps it down, my second combination is going to probably knock you out. Because I'm going to do it again, I'm going to do this, fake, boom. I just faked the first one, let him do this, and then I knock him out with the real one. So never do that. Also, another great thing that comes from upper body rotation is he can throw a jab to my body. It doesn't matter. I'm covered everywhere. The longer I'm covered, the better it is. So don't make a fist. Why would you make a fist? Make a hand. Use everything that you got. Because sometimes with body shots, you have these guys with long arms, like a John Jones. I always use this guy example because like he has an 88 reach. He has here, his hand, and his liver is still blocked. So how do you open that up? It's the simplest thing I'm going to say right now. And boxing, and a very good boxing coach, he was like, oh my God, I never thought about this. That is so crazy. You know what I do? I hit him here. I'll force him to bring his hand up. That's my body shot again. Is it good to hit the top of the head? Yeah, Lomachenko knocks some people out. You can't knock them out. You got to make a bigger fist and make sure that you don't break your hand. But just hit the top of the head. You force him to do this, then you go back to the body again. Now everything is rotation, so my blocks are rotation, see? Because now I can go with 2 power shots back. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to go 1, 2, 3. Now this is not 1, 2, 3. This is right, left, right. Pa, pa, pa. 1, 2, 3. For the sake of the exercise, we're going to land both straights on this hand. because it's going to be very hard for him to catch the left one if that's going to go too fast. So if he jabs me, I'm going to move to the side, 1, 2. 2 power shots. So he comes, you go 1, 2, 3. You can do this really fast, right? 1, 2, 3. Push off on the back foot. Bang, bang, bang. Don't over exaggerate. I don't need to be here. Why? He's missing me already. I don't need to go any further. Alright? Just do that. Having your hands here is a very safe thing to do. I like to fight like this. Because if he gives me straight punches to the face, that's my defense. That's literally my defense. Here, that move is going to be much longer. See? I'm going to have to push all the way out. Here, I only have to tap him. He's already missing me. So having your hands here, remember what I said at the end? That's where you will generate the power. So don't think that you can generate power from here, that you really need to be here. That's 3% difference, if that. Every real power comes at the end. So now we're going to go 1, 2, 3. If you have a difficulty with your left arm, that you feel a little swimmy because it's your left arm, keep the elbows to your body. It makes it much easier for you to punch.
Sir.
Okay? 1, 2, 3. Not. No, sorry, that was the other one.
You're ready, right?
Not 1, 2, 3. Ratata. Block punch punch. 1, 2, 3. Put it in your head. It's almost like you throw a right hook, left, right, straight. Think about that. Ratata. Or think about cross, 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 that you throw that. And then instead of the first cross, that's this. Pa, pa, pa. Right away. Ready? 1, 3. 1, 2, 3. I'd like to feel it wrong, but that won't work. Yeah. Slam it in there. Okay, we're going to add a right straight liver shot to this. I do this a lot. I'll build in a beat here. Remember we were talking about the beats and the moments everything created? I'll do a double right because that creates a little beat from it. So I have the block 1, 2, 3. Load up, boom, boom. And that what I just did, keep looking high, will be the very best thing to do, because if I give him a right straight and I go for the liver shot, he's going to think it's a headshot. If you look angry, it works even better. I don't like to use facial expressions, but if I set somebody up, for instance, with a 3 shot and a left to the liver, I'm looking down in the eye, and then I go to the body. Don't even blink down. If you blink down, he knows. If you blink down, you should come back with a high hook. You see? Look down, punch high. But we don't do that now. So the rhythm is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pa, 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 pa. Ready? On 3. 1, 2, 3. Pa, 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 pa. Push off on the back foot for the straight. Okay, good. I said the same thing here. You're still doing it 1, 2, 3. A lot of guys do that. It's because you're doing it too fast. You want it too fast. Build it up slow. But one rhythm. 1, 2, 3. Other guy. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then you go faster. But now you're going to go 1, 2, 3. Don't do that. Make it one rhythm. Slowly but surely. Remember I just said it. If you do it 1,000 times, 10,000 times wrong, you're going to do it wrong. If you do correctly, it doesn't matter if you do slow. Speed you can always pick up. That's for on the bag later. That's why we're going to pick up speed, and we're going to really work on that while you're filming yourself, so you still know and see that you're rotating. Okay, so now, 1, 2, 3, we double up on the cross and a liver shot now. I use this a lot, because now we went all to the head, we got the attention. And now for us, we kind of reset. That little beat, the double right, I'm resetting myself because I know I'm going to go for the liver now. 1, 2, 3, load up, cross, liver. If you can keep looking at his eyes, that will be gold. Because if I do this, and I look down in the fight, I will do this. Because I'll make him think. Now in this case, and an angry face, always seems to look better. Because if you look, I will never show my facial expressions, unless I really want to go for the body. I'm looking at him, oh shit, hands go up, and then I go to the body. Okay, so if you can keep the eyes up, keep the eyes open. Add another right straight and a left hook. So the whole case is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bam, 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 bam. There's your rhythm. Don't go ta 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 because you mess up. Slow, and then build it up. Ready? On 3. 1, 2, 3. Ta ta ta. 1, 2, 3. Go. Pop, pop, pop.
Go.
sick of my students dropping or staying after a punch, staying like this. Or a left hook and staying like this, or dropping even worse, of course. Never want to do that. They're always in the fight. Here's an example with Vanderlei Silva, and he fought the student from the Machida, the gold medalist at the Olympics. His student was facing Vanderlei Silva. He was wearing his gi, and he got sick of the gi because it was unplugging. And while Vanderlei is standing here, he decides to take his gi out. And he gets knocked out. Because Vanderlei's not going to wait. You know, he's going to go when he's had his hands down. Bonk, the guy was out. I go, what you should do this. Take your gi off, and then you walk back again. Create the space. Don't be in the line of fire when it happens, right? So always be ready for something to happen, especially when you wound somebody. Because that's where the people, was it Scott Smith? Who was the guy who always dropped people? He was out with a liver shot.
Oh yeah,
right? Yeah. Oh, I go down and they come in for the kill, boom, out. And this guy did that 4 times. And he was really hurt. So the people, but now what I said with Maury Smith, remember with the low kick, you smell the victory, you forget about your defense. There's the knockout, boom, there's your shot. Always be ready. Now, with this is always be ready, there's an always be ready drill. It's a little bit of an explanation, but it's all about rotation, again. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go 1, 2, and I'm open here. And I'm open here. So the first thing that he's going to attack in a bit is going to be my inside leg. And as soon as he attacks it, I'm going to jam it. And while I'm jamming it, look, I bring my right shoulder back, because now the jam is the load up automatically for my counter. Boom, boom. But now the right low kick comes, because I'm not in a good position for the right low kick. This is going to force me to go to the kick. I don't want to block it, I want to take it. And I bend my leg, so the impact's not going to be straight in the muscle anymore, it's going to start spreading out. Plus I'm coming forward, I take the power out of the kick because I'm jamming it. What I'm also doing is I'm loading up for my next counter, the right straight. Now I'm open again. Oh shit, he's going to attack the body. Double block to the body, cross hook again. Oh, open here. Double block to the body, hook cross. So that's the drill. Boom, boom, take it, cross, hook, take it, hook, cross, take it, cross, hook, take it, hook, cross. It's a lot of 4 kicks. In the drill, it looks like this. I'm going to go 1, 2, take the load, 3, 4, take the load, 5, 6, double block, cross, hook, double block, hook, cross. So we're always ready for an attack of the opponent. I want you to block the right kick with your right arm. I want you to do it with 2, but if I say right, you're going to rotate. Otherwise, you still might do this. Only this. That could not be enough, especially if you fight a guy like Robin Deckers, and he kicks you to the body, you want to have a double block, trust me.
Yes, it's good to me.
Yes, you feel that. So always be ready. In the worst position, oh shit, I got to go back to this. This is going to force you to, after everything you do, to always come back to your home screen. That's what I call it. This is my home screen. I'm always back here. This is where I feel comfortable. All right? 1, 2, low kick. 3, 4, low kick. Hook, cross, double block, cross, hook, double, hook, cross. I'm also exploding. I'm not really waiting. This is the first phase. The second phase is going to be ratata, block punch punch. If he would kick me, it would be ratata. I'm not going to do this. Block, punch, punch. I want to hit him before he puts that foot down. And the same with the liver kick. I have more time with the liver kick before he puts his foot down, because it comes from higher. So block, punch, punch. Block, punch, punch. I always tell my students, it's one word, block, punch, punch. It's not block, dash, block, punch, punch. No, it's one punch. Ratata. This is the load up for your counter. This is the load up for my counter. This is the load up for my counter. This is the load up for my counter. Yes, sir. Ready? We got it?
Yes, sir.
On 3. 1, 2, 3. It's easy now. This is a drill. We do left, right, left, right, left, right. But the next drill is going to be, he can do whatever he wants, and you're going to have to do the correct counters. And then you're going to be ready. And especially because now there's punches involved. I always have high respect for those boxers who literally move, and don't know when to duck and when to move. I could never do that. Those reflexes are so off the chart. It's crazy. But this is a great drill to practice. It's exactly the same what we just did. Only if he gives me a left straight now, see? Same thing. Cross hook, right straight, up, hook cross. It's the same. So the whole thing is 1, 2, kick, boom, cross hook. Right low hook, hook cross. Block cross hook. Block hook cross. Left hook, cross hook. Up, hook, cross. Now what I say to my students many times, what he just did, by accident, I say do this on purpose. Don't make it a kick, 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 punch, punch. Wait one time. Wait one time. Not after the kick. Wait. Now throw the right. A little bit in there. And you can only react when he throws the punch. Because otherwise you can do this drill in the mirror. It will have the same effect. But if you wait a little bit here and there, or speed up a little bit here and there, the person who's attacking you, and you're countering, that makes it more realistic. Alright? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 6 attacks, 6 count. So you know what I'm going to do? Everything now, there's 2 punches every time, right? Every time we throw 2 punches, not 3, 2. It's going to be, from now it's going to be head, body, head, body. Now, the 2 of my favorite ones, the cross liver, I love that combination, especially double right side liver. Because if one is good, 2 is probably better to keep the hands up. By itself, 1 punch, sometimes they hit him, they don't go up. But 2 shots, while you're walking in and looking at him, and MMA gloves, pointing guys, just point at his face. Because that can help you in a lot of things. Because if I do this the whole time, see, I'm creating a pattern. And then here we go again. You see? And I'm looking down. I make the kick a little off. I don't kick something like this, no. I keep the same stance as with the low kick, and then I go with the high kick. Then it tricks him. Is it a little bit less power? 5%, 10% less because I'm leaning forward, but it will trick him. And you don't need a lot of power with a shin kick in the face. It will work. So let's do the same drill right now, and everything is going to be head, body, head, body, head, body. Block, cross, liver. Block, left hook, right body. In sparring, I challenge you. Left hook to the head, right hook to the right straight to the body. You will nail 9 out of 10. I say 95 out of 100. That's how effective this is. If you do it in sparring, I become more theatrical. If I come to him and I do this, sometimes it's too fast. He's not going to react on it. I want him to lock him. So what I do, I give him a clothesline. I let him block this one. Boom! There's my shot. I make it big and theatrical. Oh shit! Boom! There's the shot. You see, make it big is sometimes a good thing. While you make it big, don't make it big like this. Keep the hand here, right? You never know if he's going to throw a punch. Okay? Sometimes you have to slow things down in order to let him accept it and register it so he can block it, and then you go for it. I was just telling the other room, I got kicked in the head one time in the sparring session because the guy had a super slow kick. I'm not kidding. I was literally, I see the kick coming, I do this, poof, and then he hit my head. I go, what was that? And I realized that I thought I blocked it because I thought it was faster, so I blocked it and continued, and it was still on the way, and he got me. You see, so sometimes slowing things down, now that kick didn't have a lot of power because it was slow, but it shows you that sometimes slowing things down can trick the opponent. There's the beat again. There's the double left or the double right again. You see? Beats, patterns, breaking patterns. That's your thing. You go. Cross liver, left hook, right body. Those are the combinations we're going to throw after every single punch, after every single thing they throw at us. Okay, dokie. This is really good for you to do on a bag also. Head body, head body. Give you yourself an example. I always give myself how do you say it? An assignment, yeah, an assignment. For rolling, for instance, or rolling, I would go I only attack a left arm and a right leg today. And my students would know within 3 rounds around it, they would share it. It's a right leg and left arm, guys, you know, so everybody knew. But that would help me because now they know I'm going to take the left arm, they know I'm going to take the right leg. Now their defense is becoming better there. I need to be more creative in order to still pull that arm or leg lock off. You see what I mean? So it helps me. But I do this also with sparring. Today I'm going to hunt for limbs. Today I'm going to hunt for splits. Then I'm going to only head left hooks. And once it becomes around again, people say, oh, it's a left hook today, or left uppercut, whatever it is. I'm going to keep doing it because it's going to force me to be more creative because now they know they're going to move out of the way, so I'm going to have to step deeper in. And you know, they start to adjust, and I have to adjust, just like in a real fight would happen. So we do this in a little bit after this, because that's a drill for later, because you're going to get tired from that as well. You like it, although you're going to get tired from this one as well. The first one is this. It's a liver shot setup with 5 shots to the head. We call it head 3, right uppercut, left hook, liver. It's the 3 hooks to the head. It's a very simple thing. 3 hooks to the head, right uppercut, and then boom, liver shot. Right away when you do it, you do the same thing. 3 hooks to the body, right uppercut, left hook, but you come back to the liver shot again. So 3 hooks to the head, right uppercut, left hook, liver shot. 3 hooks to the body, right uppercut, left hook, back to the body. You see what I'm doing? Opening it up, boom, go for the body, full defense. All my body shots going to be hard. This doesn't work if I go that, don't. force him to block. And you can only force him to block by hitting as hard as you can. On the defense. Why would you stop on the defense? I never got that. At seminars, all the time, I said, what would happen if I tape a focus mitt to my face? And I said, Nick, good kick me in the head. Do you think I go down? Yeah, everybody starts laughing, I go down. Well, you guys do all the same thing. This is what you're doing. If you put your hand against your head, it'll go. If he simply kicks me, he's going to kick straight through it. But what happens in the mind of the fighter is that he sees the kick is getting blocked and he automatically takes his power off. That I never did in fighting. I just kick as hard as I can on the defense. Even onto the body. Full on the defense. Because even if he doesn't go down, he's going to think, shit, I better block this kick. Because he's going to knock me out. I let him feel the power. Make him afraid of the kick. Not a body kick. Now he's afraid. Now it's a head kick. Or a low kick. You see, then you make the switch. So it's good to hit as hard as you can. That's the one thing from Tyson I never got, is that he had his hands here. Now I understand he had his hands here because he had great head movement. But one thing he never always did was this. He would roll his hands. If I was an opponent, that's the moment I hit him full on the head. There's nothing, try. That's why you hold focus mitts like this and not like this. You have no power like this. It goes straight through. For somehow, that was the only thing I go, why does he do that? You know, and I know he had great head movement, but I wouldn't do that. I like to have it here. I block my hooks. Because it's much safer. I preferably let him miss. I don't even let him connect. This is a last resort for me. The crazy monkey defense, you do once to me, yeah, you know what the next combination is going to be, left hook liver, right? Well, I look you dead in the eye. Oh, left hook, oh, no left hook, no, it's a liver shot. No, you're going, you see, so never do this. This is the last resort thing. Oh shit, close the distance, hold him. That's when you can't see the punches coming anymore, it goes too fast. You don't, why do you keep blocking? Just close the distance, grab the guy, pull him against you. In Thai boxing, there's nothing they can do. Put your hip against him, you can't even knee. Everything's shut down now. That's the only thing you need to do. And then you reset, you feel good, okay, good. Push him away hard, so he's out of the reach. And then you reset again. Well, why would you stay there and take all the shots, the punishment? That makes no sense to me. Just close this and lock him up, that's it. So now, head three, bang, 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 uppercut, hook, load him up, boom, liver shot, and then a double liver shot. Dang, 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 boom, boom, keep looking high, boom, and then the body shot again. Pa, 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 boom, pa, 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 boom. That's going to be, it's going to be hard on the body. If you do this all hard, you're going to feel this. Ready?
Can I say it one more time?
Yeah. So I would go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and liver shot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and liver shot.
Last three.
Yep. On 3. 1, 2, 3. The little weights for the counters. Remember I said all the way in the beginning, when you take a beat and when you don't take a beat. I show you when to take a beat and when not to take a beat. Well, you can still do it different than hit right away, but the effect is not going to be as good as when you wait a little bit. I'm all about breathing. My second fight in Japan, they really screwed me over. They let me, coming from Holland to Japan is a nightmare jet lag. That's the same jet lag as you guys will have when you go to Holland. Going from Holland to here is an easy jet lag. From America to Japan, easy jet lag. You fall asleep early, you wake up early. Holland to Japan is all night you're awake, because nighttime is daytime for you. It's a nightmare. And then I fell asleep at 7. At 8 o'clock they put me in a taxi. They let me drive for an hour and a half somewhere to a gas station. Until 3 o'clock I was traveling. I was throwing up by this time. I was so sick as a dog. I went to my hotel to shower and straight to the place to fight, where I had to wait another freaking 5 hours to fight. I didn't want to fight anymore. My manager had to hold my bag. I was spent. So this guy gets me right away in an armbar. And I just wanted to tap. I didn't want to fight anymore. But my ego took over because I heard the audience shout for him. So, Fouquet, shit, now I gotta get, okay. So I got out, and then, but I was that tired, and I got him in a clinch, and I grab his arm so I see his body. And you can literally see me do this. I wait. Poof! That was the knee I gave. Only this. And if you see the guy, it's like I shot him with a shotgun. He completely paralyzed on the ground, it's over, because he was breathing in. I knew I had to do a thing like that, because if I knew when he's flexing, maybe he can take the knee. I was not in the position to waste any energy. I needed this guy out to be as fast as I can, and I figured, I'm hoping it worked. Boof, and that was the knee, and it worked, and I won the fight. But that's breathing, what he can do. On the ground, he can do really good things. Like if you have an opponent here, for instance, and the face is here, what I do, I lay over his face. He doesn't see it. I'm going to start hitting the solar plexus. I do this. Boom. I give him a pattern. Flex, flex, flex. That's what I'm doing. Flex. And he's breathing in between, and suddenly when he breathes in, I do the double shot. And that double shot's going to nail him on the breathing in, he's over. We can do this in fighting as well, and especially with kick attacks. Now, if somebody gives you a right low kick or a right kick to the body, that's the perfect shot for it. It goes left straight to the body, which is a weird thing to do, and the right straight to the head, just because I want to throw an extra punch. So, if my opponent would be here, I block. He comes forward with the kick. What is he doing? Everybody does this. They blow out, flex, because they're unprotected, and that's why they're flexing to flex the core. Once it's here, they breathe in again. They do the same thing with kicking. They breathe in when they go back. So I'm blocking the kick, and as soon as I see him pulling it back, I go straight to the body and right straight to the head. Now, if he gives me a right low kick, I can do the same thing, but if I do it simultaneously, because, Dwayne, look, come over here. If you do it simultaneously, if he gives me a right low kick, I do this, boom, he's flexed. But if he gives me a right low kick and I do this, boom, and now I punch, I wait a beat, now he's breathing in. That's why I always say most of the time, or you wait a beat, or do the head. If he gives me a low kick, this one, he doesn't need to flex. He's going to go down anyway, right? So then go for the head. But if you want to knock him out to the body, wait a little beat, let him breathe in, and then hit the body shot. Okay, so now we're going to start working on the right kick to the body or a right low kick, because when we did the drill, it's the same block. And people say, what do you do with head kicks? I do the same thing. You know how I block a head kick? I do this. I put it here. Because you see what I'm doing? I'm jamming his kick. At the end of the kick, remember I say this every time, it's where you create the most power. So that's why this hand goes all the way here. And they say, yeah, but you're going to hurt your hand? No, because the kick doesn't have a lot of power on him. He's going to focus on putting the power here. He has not really power yet. That's the same with hands. If you want to really mess somebody up with his hand, close the distance at the moment they punch. This was the thing when I was a bouncer. I did this actually to a really good fighter. I don't want to mention his name. My first sparring session, after 6 years, after my last fight, and then I did one more fight in 2006. And he came and I said, okay, don't throw that crazy punch at Jeff. I'm not going to say what punch because I didn't know which guy this is. And anyway, because I told him, he said, boss, you want to spar? I said, no, not yet. Let me get in shape first. He says, oh, I don't mind. I said, because my timing is off. He says, I don't mind. I said, no, I'm not saying this for me. I'm saying this for you. He said, because normally when I give you a high kick and I see that I'm going to connect, I can redirect the thing. Right now, I don't have that reflex. I didn't spar for 6 years. You know, so now it's going to be a full land. He said, I don't mind. I said, okay, let's go. I said, and don't throw that crazy punch you always throw. I don't need to have that in training and getting knocked out. Right away he does. He throws a big right, an overhand. He throws to my, hits me in the neck. I go, I told you, man, one more time, I will really mess your hand up. And he started laughing and we start sparring, and right away he goes with an overhand again. I do this, poof. And do it, he was on the ground. Ah, my head. What happens is this. Nobody does this. Nobody punches like that. It's all relaxed, and at the final end, that's where you really start squeezing, right? You cannot hear because then you're always busy. So you squeeze at the end. If suddenly the target is here, the hand is not flexed yet. You know, and he's not at full power, and your head, trust me, your head's going to break the hand. You know, now he's wearing gloves. As a bouncer, we used to do this all the time. Those guys, when they do this, oh yeah, okay, you know they're going to sucker punch you. And I would just wait. And I just then, as soon as the sucker punch goes, boom, boom, the pails, boom, and then we can continue. But try it out, works like a charm. You know, they put it in one movie, I don't know if you remember, you guys, the young people, know Hard Times. With Charles Bronson. Remember that guy who caught every punch on the front? You know? So watch out for that. So let's get away from my storytelling. We just keep going. I do it from here. The right kick and the right kick to the body is better from here. If he gives me a right low kick, I'm going to make the same move, and when he pulls back, when he pulls the leg back, that's why I hit the right and left body shot. The left body shot, you are going to, if you take it, you're going to feel it now. Well, you know now it's going to come, so you're flexing. But trust me, it's a punch from hell. It doesn't look like a lot, but look where it comes from. Full power. I got 2 power shots because I'm all the way loaded up and I'm pushing over my back foot. Get my knees?
I can't.
Yeah, there's no cartilage. Bang, bang. So block, shot, shot. Block, punch, punch. Pum, pum. Don't do block, punch, punch. Although in this one, block, once you see the leg move, that's where the 2 shots come. All right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, aim for the solar plexus. That's another thing. We all can take a lot of punishment here. A lot of professional fighters, you can kick them here as hard as you can, they're probably not going to go down. This is a different story, we all know this. Now, in fighting, once you start fighting in the beginning, you get so much information, and the friends and family members are there. You think that you're prepared because in the nice safe dojo, but then you go fight. Everything that you learned is gone. Trust me, it's a nightmare. You need a few fights to get it under control, you know. But what happens in the fight first? They hit everywhere. It's a silhouette. That's how I always describe my very first Thai boxing fight. It's not a person. I knocked my guy out with a spinning back into the body. When he dropped, if they would have turned me around, called in 5 other Thai boxers, put him in one line, turned me back on, I don't think I could tell which my guy was. That's how weird it was. It's just a person you fight, you're a silhouette. You don't fight somebody with details. But that means that you're just hitting a head and hitting the body. Don't do that. Aim for every shot you do. Because if you start aiming, it puts you automatically in a much better zone. Because now you aim for boom, jaw. Oh, everything's on the jaw. Solar plexus, liver shots, low kicks. Find the target. This is perfect for me, the T. That's my target. Because why would I give the first one? Imagine I could kick somebody down with 4 low kicks, right? But I spread them out. Now I'm going to need 12 low kicks in order to have the same desired effect. Yet if I every time go to the same freaking spot, I stop him at 4 low kicks. So do it for the best result, but also do it to put your mind in a better frame. Because now you're aiming, you're more focused, okay, instead of just throw punches. Sure. Always aim for your shots. In this particular case, I say, hold the hand here, because I want you guys to throw the punch hard. So don't hold it on the plexus, you're still gonna feel it. Just hold it here. The tough guys, I should say it different. If you're a weak person, hold it here. If you're a tough guy, just hold it. Everybody's gonna hold it here. I'm doing the reverse psychology on you guys, what I do to my kids. But just watch out with that, aim for your shots. Block, body, head. So, okay, do this. He gives me a low kick, I counter with body, head. I give him a low kick, he counters with body, head. Then he gives me a middle kick. I block, body, head, and he gives me a middle kick, body, head. And then we go back to the low kick. All right? Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. On 3. 1, 2, 3. Wow, bam, bam, beautiful. That's Okay, guys, I'm going to walk there, so if you hear me scream there, don't worry. I'm saying to give him the same message as here. If you give me a right low kick now, a right low kick, yeah, because he gave me the right kick first, I gave him the body head, left, right. Now we're going to counter with the right straight to the body and left straight to the head. But now I'm going to have to wait a beat. So if he gives me a right low kick, I'll take the low kick, 1, and as he pulls it back, that's where I give the right straight to the body and left straight to the head. If I do it simultaneously, go for the head. Don't go for the body, because he's flexing, because he's kicking. It's completely blocked. The head not, you can go for the head. If you want to hit him to the body because he's hurt, and he gives you the kick, he gives me the kick, I wait till he pulls it back, bang, bang, and then I go for body head. Alright? On 3. 1, 2, 3. Push! Rock that shot, guys! The right low kick now. So he gives me a right low kick, and I want to hit him to the body. Somehow he's hurt to the body, and I want to finish him with a body shot. Normally I would just go a head shot, because a head shot on the right low kick is boom. That's my head shot. It's knocked out. But if you want to hurt him to the body, you don't like this person, you're going to have to wait till he pulls the right low kick back. Okay, so he gives me a right low kick, wait, boom, now we give that shot with the hook to the head. Wait till he pulls it back. So just take it, and while he pulls it back, right away drive it in. Don't do it simultaneously, it's not going to work. It works only when you see him pull back. I know it's really weird, and now you think this is cool. Once to do this actually in an actual fight is a very hard thing to do. Because your mind tells you these things in a fight, do this, but it's all wrong. Don't listen to that. There's always that one voice that wants to keep going and doing crazy stuff, and the other guy says, no, turn it back. You know, it's like literally too bad. When Rocky, he was talking to his kid in bed a long time ago, Rocky 3 or something, and he was talking about, he had 2 voices. I go, I 100% guarantee you that was a fighter who told him that, because it's so true. You have one voice saying, okay, you gotta stop. And the other one says, no, let's try one more round. Let's try one more round. It's like it's a fight going on between the two. And you got to listen to the one who says, keep going. Because that's, of course, the guy who wants you to win. The other guy says, okay, give up. That's the quitter. Don't listen to the quitter. All right, same thing. Right low kick attack, right straight to the body, left hook to the head.
With the straights to the body, you want to try to time that before that foot is totally planted so they're not breathing?
Yes, in the air. Okay. So while he's recoiling, this is the moment you want to hit him. Anything there. And it's perfect also because otherwise You see, I set this at the other side as well. I put him on this side, right. If he's a southpaw, with southpaws I always say, straights to the body, right uppercuts, and inside low kicks work really well. Then again, he can do exactly the same to me, but with his left hand. Because here, look, if he stands in a normal fighting stance, orthodox, you see his body's lined up here, if he stands a little bit in line, this is not a good lineup. If he flips the stance, my right straight, you see, is go straight into the body. It's a better lineup. So that's why I always say, if you got a southpaw, go for body shots, straight to the body, right uppercuts. But again, watch out, he can do exactly the same thing to you, so just know that. And that's what we did with that left punch first, because his body moves back, it's perfectly lined up. When it's straight, that's the body shot, and then here. And that's what we're waiting for now. Because so now when he kicks me, I don't want him to be all the way back once he starts, you see? So the body is still perfectly lined up for me to hit it not in an angle, but straight in there. You understand it? Yeah? Okay, on three. 1, 2, 3. Pause! Thanks. Molly! Listen, man, I'm 2 times a week I'm here. I mean, you know, you need a guy, you need 2 times a day. So you need a guy, so I went to Anthony Hardonk, who lives in Santa Monica. I said, hey, can you want to train him? And now he started fighting. But he won his title, his first title that he won was an amateur title, and it was in Vegas. And you remember the block hook cross we're doing, and the block hook cross? I'm doing this during sparring. So I put shin guards on, focus mitts, they're basically ta-ta-tam, ta-ta-tam, and ta-ta-tam. Out of the blue I kick, and they're going to have to counter right away with the correct counter. But they don't know when it's going to come. It's a really good drill to get him up there. So I did this a lot with him. And he told me he wanted to fight in like 30 seconds. And the first guy gives him a right kick, he blocks, and then he goes, shit, I missed it. I didn't do it. And right away the guy gives another right kick, and he goes, dong, dong, at the title. So I'm just saying, doing it, right? It works, but you have to do it. This is not something you do here now, and whatever, we'll throw it down. Write these things down, man, log everything. I always had logs. I loved it about Dwayne also, because everything written down. I have a whole logbook for, because I was rolling in Japan, they're not going to teach me anything. I'm going to fight them. Why would they teach me anything? But I saw everybody around me, so I was just memorizing what everybody was doing, brought a notebook, and on my subway drive back to the hotel, I was writing everything down, and then the next day I started trying it out on them. You see, so writing things down really helps with you retaining the information. Don't type, write it down. Many times when you see me on the phone, people are talking, I'm just writing combination with things what they're saying. I steal from everybody, by the way. I do this, and if you see my big DVDs of combat, I say, oh, this move, Jason DeLucia told me. This one, Marco Huas told me. This, I just give the names who told me. I don't give a crap because everybody does that. You think Gracie Jiu-Jitsu came up with Jiu-Jitsu? No, it came from Japan, and they start making it better. You see, everybody says, oh, I like that. Okay, see if I can make this better. That's what I always did. Work with it and make it fit better to you. Sometimes it sounds very egotistical when you say, I can make it better. No, but you can always try, because once you try, you're busy with it. Because you're busy with it, you start, oh, wait a minute, if I do this, this works better for me, because we're all different. You know, try to make it suit better for you. Okay, so that was the first thing I wanted to say. There was another thing that I wanted to say. Because, oh yeah, okay, then we're going to go back to the doing things different than other people. If you do things different than other people, you're going to be successful. Look at Ryan. Look what TJ's doing right now. He's a different breed. Flying all over the place, and if it's time for the knockout, he's grounded, and he's out. He mixes up the style that I did with the style and distracting and all this things around, distractions around it and the feints that they do, and then suddenly at the moment of impact when they need to deliver all the power, that's where they ground the feet and they just go for the knockout blow and they start knocking people out. This is a perfect thing to do. Lomachenko does that too. You know, throws little jabs, this. What is this? Why don't they counter this? Because you don't know with him when it's a real punch. Boom, boom. You don't know. He forced them into defense, and nobody wants to do this because they don't know if the second is a jab or if it's a left straight. Because he mixes it up. Then he's got also the angles that he suddenly stands behind you. You see, he's doing the same thing. If you think about it, he's doing what he's doing here. So, putting it together, that's the magic. Coming up with something that is different always works. If nobody does it, you're going to be successful with it. An example I always use from Ramon. The first, in Holland, the Japan Hall at the time, there was all these fights, and I would go there, everybody would go there, we were big fans, and Rob came in, and all these guys from Shakuriki and Majiro Gym, and Ramon, and everybody was fighting there. And Ramon would do this thing that out of a clinch he would push and he would kick high, boof, and he would go down. But then everybody started doing that, and now everybody knows. So everybody put their defense up. Second time you saw Ramon doing it, did the same thing. And this is even way worse. Push, poof. What is worse about that? And what happens then? The muscles are loose. It's like he's breathing in with his leg. If you want to give somebody a low kick, you want to make it count, do this. This already, he feels.
I got stuff to do there.
Yes, you felt it, right? There was no power. I felt his bone on my bone. It went straight through because it's not flexed. It doesn't need to be hard. Just push and kick. We do this many times. I won't do that now. But for instance, that combination, head 3, right uppercut, left hook, liver, right? Boom, and then I do this. Pop. I just push him with a low kick. It's the worst thing. But it's a push kick. Here I go again, one word. So that will take the power away a little bit. It's because it's this. Right away you're going to have to kick. You cannot do this. He resets and then kick because now he's flexing. So the kick is going to be a little less powerful, but it doesn't need to be powerful because you just nailed him on the relaxed leg. That's why knees to the thighs. I have no clue. I know more people do that. It is so effective. Imagine this knee to the thigh. In the clinch, look what I do with this hand. I have it on his biceps. So he cannot turn into me. Bang! I mean, that is 1 or 2 and he fights over. Why do they do this? You look stupid. You're humping a leg. That's what you're doing. It makes no sense to me. If you can do this, you can also load him up here. Full power. It takes 1 or 2. With the kneecap, why would you give it with the thigh if you can give it with the kneecap? Use the kneecap. On the ground, guys. Southpaw of side mount. Head is here, feet are there. Again, I'm laying, he can't see me. I make it count. I bring this leg all the way here. I hold this leg up, and I just full on the thigh. Just need 1, trust me. That muscle is completely relaxed, and you're loading up the hardest knee you can ever find. Fight's over. Okay. A different thing that I know, but not a lot of people saw do, is a right-left uppercut or a left-right uppercut. Why is not anybody doing this? Why don't we do a double uppercut? We only do 1 uppercut and a thing. But that means that if people are not used to it, it's probably going to be effective. So we're going to do this. What we're going to do first is a left-right uppercut liver shot. I do this on purpose because watch, if the head is here, uppercut, uppercut, this is not going to have a lot of power. We got to exaggerate with every punch. That's your shot. And right away from here, right uppercut, left uppercut, boom. We do the same thing, mirror image. Left, right uppercut, liver shot. Right, left uppercut, spleen shot. You can only imagine what's going to come after the spleen shot is the boss. Right? Now we're going to do that in a little bit. And we do the mirror boss with the left hand. But for now, we're going to start with this. Hi, hi, hi. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Left, right uppercut, liver. Right, left uppercut, spleen. Rotate, rotate, rotate.
We're gonna watch Nick's video. Solid.
These are the cool
Solid, right? Look.
uppercut bodies. I love this shit.
Boom, boom, out. Me, mortals, we're going to have to add some punches to it. That's why after the spleen and the uppercut, I had a left hook and a liver shot. Now that we're going to do on both combinations we're going to add. So you got a left, right uppercut. Well, I start with the right because that makes more sense with the Mike Tyson combination. But we do mirror image, so it will be the same. Right, left uppercut, spleen shot, load up, uppercut, hook, and liver. We know this. That's the boss, right? So you know that combination. Then we flip the whole thing around. We start the left, right uppercut, liver shot, left uppercut, right hook, and a spleen shot. We just do exactly the same thing in mirror image. All right? Make them all count. Aim for your shots. Be at the right distance. Put your feet on the ground. You nail. These are uppercuts and hooks, guys. That means both feet need to be nailed on the ground. That's where your power comes from. I always tell people with the pivoting, I'm not a super big fan of pivoting. I think it takes the power away, actually. That's what I think. And all the boxers who say that they do it, they don't. There's a video out there, 5 best left hooks in boxing history. You can YouTube that. Tua, Morrison, Ali, Tyson, everybody with left hooks. And they all say that they pivot on the left hook, but yet when they knock him out, foot standard. And especially if guys like a Rutten or like a Mike Tyson with double left and double right, they're not going to pivot, it's going to be way too slow. There's a liver shot and a hook, and it takes way too much time. Just upper body motion, that will do it. Nail it on the ground, that's where your power comes from. That's it. Yeah, keep your both feet on the ground in this particular case, because that's where your power comes from with every single shot. We have no straights in this. 2 feet on the floor. Ready? On 3. 1, 2, 3. The ones who don't, they stay at the same level they want to. It's almost like they come to train, they want to train with, they train with boss, and they come out, they throw everything on the ground, they walk away, they come back, they literally don't remember anything from that first training. And they come back, have to redo the whole freaking thing again. So sometimes I get really aggressive and towards them. Not aggressive, but I really say, listen, why are you here? Why are you wasting your money? Get out if you don't want to do it. If you really want, why don't you write it down? Every time I got to redo it. We did this on Tuesday, it's Thursday now. How can you lose something in one day? Right? With me, coming back, driving back from a class, oh man, my mind was going all the combinations that I saw. I was constantly busy with it. Everything you can do in your mind, you pretty much can do, your body can do. All these combinations when I say 3 in the left hook right straight, ta 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 ta. Teach yourself to right away transform those combinations into sounds. Because once you start doing that, it's going to be a big difference. You're going to be faster and your body adapts to it. How many times did they say 2 in the liver and everybody goes pa pa pa? And I say, why don't you do ta ta ta? And then they go pa pa pa, oh my god, I'm doing it. Yeah, because you just do that sound in it. It works. I'm not doing this just to mess with people, do some sound effects. No, this really works. So really do the sound effects. Now, we didn't even talk about the Mike Tyson combination, for instance. If you really want to pull this off, then look what I'm doing. There we come, boom. Here's exactly the same. Boof, there's my uppercut. I'm not looking up, because Mike Tyson did it either, because then they know it's an uppercut. You give him exactly the same demeanor. Yes, it takes a little bit of the power away from the uppercut, but not a lot, because you're leaning over, but that's it. But give him the illusion. That's why I'm loading up here. You know when I load up a left hook liver shot, how I load this up? My hands are here. All these coaches, they say, and I have this, in seminars I used to have this, I will do a combination, like say a 3 in the liver shot, right? They said, there's always one guy. Hey boss, if you load up the liver shot, they can hit you in the face. And that was at the time I was still fighting. So I would go, let's try it out, come over here. And then I would go, rah, rah, and he goes, holy shit! And I go, yeah, what do you think? I'm going to do slow motion? Of course I'm not going to do slow motion. I'm going to hit you 3 times hard in the head. You're in full defense mode, trust me. Who ever counted Mike Tyson? Tell me one guy, he's too busy defending himself. He's not going to go in between, oh, it has an opening. That's not going to, because he can't generate power. He's not going to do anything, and he's left open. And the left hook from Mike Tyson, or right, doesn't matter, everything is full power. You see what I mean? If you force them. If I give 3 hooks to the body, and then a left hook to the head, if I do this, and then a hard left hook, this whole drill is gone. If I force you, I hurt your arms, fall to the head, gang! You see what I'm doing? I keep looking here. I don't look up. Because now I force him into defense. Oh shit, there's a hard one coming. Bang! And that goes to the head. I'm not even looking up. Now you trick them. The Mike Tyson, load up here. That's why my liver shots I load up here. If I load up a liver shot here and a hook here, they know what I'm going to throw. I do it in the middle. This is the hook to the head. Same load up as the body shot. They can't tell what I'm doing. Plus it's going to go fast and it's not going to be loaded up in the left hook. It's going to start after a combination. You see what I mean? You build yourself time by loading up, by just hitting him in the head really hard. That's the trick. So, that's what I wanted to talk. A lot of stuff. The core drill. Oh yeah, see? And I gotta say, ground your feet. Everybody's gonna cross their arms. You're gonna do this for only 1 minute. This minute from hell.
You're gonna do a quick demo first, then we'll spread out, huh?
So, stand, stand. If you do this, I can do this till tomorrow morning, I won't gain anything. If you do this, as hard as you can, when I say 30 seconds past, 80% of you are going to go, shit. That's how hard this exercise is. You want to do this after workout 3 times 1 minute with a minute break. If you do that, power, counters, attacks, kicks, everything becomes harder. See, if somebody tells me that, that's the only thing I'm going to do right now. But my students, last time I asked them, not one finger went up. Been training with me for 6-7 years. Who does the golden drill at home? Nobody?
You.
I've been saying, you see? Yeah, look at that. Oh. So we're going to do 1 minute now.
Sir.
Stand.
Spread out, make
Grab.
lines, guys. Sorry.
Come here. Yeah. Find the spot, find the spot. Ground your feet, grab the floor with your feet. Because you need a good foot setting. Yeah, take your gloves off, it makes it a little easier because big movements, don't make them short, make them a little bigger, and focus on your core. You're going to get an incredible good core from it, really good to block or to take. It's going to be fun. Are we going to film this? Okay, who's got the camera? Oh, right behind me. Okie dokie, and in 3 seconds, 2, 1, go! Let's go, try it! Keep your head still! Hold your body! Keep going, come on, do it up, it's the last thing we do! We're halfway down! I told you! Come on now! 15 seconds! Come on, turn it up! Mind over matter! 5 seconds! 4, 3, 2, 1! See how hard this is? Get used to it. That's what I do. Get used to it. Those drills work really, really well. Now, if you really want to take the next step, you know what I did? In practice, we'd have our fights. 30 minutes, no break. Say, shit, how am I going to do 30 minutes? How are we going to do this? And I start thinking, oh, wait a minute. You see these guys, boxers, for instance, they unload on somebody for 20, 25 seconds, and then they're spent. If they didn't knock him out, they're completely ruined. This is 20 seconds. But you see the minute what it does to you? So I do these drills on the back. I give my, for instance, 15 rounds on the back after a workout. All 1 minute rounds. This is 10 weeks out of the fight. So because, watch what I'm going to do. Let's say I do a cross hook cross, liver. I always do a combination and then the same combination again and I add a shot. Let him get used to one combination. Oh, it worked. I'm coming again. Now they're ready for it. They're blocking it. But guess what? Now I add the punch. You see, that's why I do those things. Or left body, bam, bam, head, boom, boom, boom. That combination for 1 minute, but as hard as you can. The first punch is to kill. The last punch is to kill. Then 1 minute becomes problematic. You do this for a week, 3 times a week only. You know, otherwise you're going to overtrain. The next week you do 1 minute 5 seconds, 55 seconds rest. 1 minute 10 seconds, 50 seconds rest. You see, I'm increasing work time, I'm decreasing the rest time. Till I am at 1.5 minutes. Now just if I start 10 weeks out before a fight, the week of the fight, I can do 15, 1.5 minute rounds, full power, and 30 seconds rest. You train your body gradually to throw out that energy. If you do this 1.5 minutes for the first 2 weeks, you're going to break yourself down, you can't train and you overtrain. But if you do 5-second increments, I began Thai boxing on the pads with 2 minute rounds. People would laugh, but that's 8 weeks out. So every week I add 30 seconds on it. And I go as hard as I can. You see my first punch, first kick is as hard as my last. My last probably going to be harder because you warmed up. Everything needs to be there to kill. There's no jabs. Throw everything hard. 2.5 minutes, then 3 minutes, then 3.5 minutes. And I go to, my thing is 6-7 minute rounds. That was my workout. In the end, if I wanted. I had asthma as a kid. I lost a fight because of stamina one time in Thai boxing. Never wanted to have that again. It's the worst thing. If you know you're stronger than the guy, but you're completely out of shape, and this guy's turning it up, there's no worse feeling than that, trust me. Because there's nothing you can do. Your reflexes are gone, you're gonna have to stop. That's the worst. So once that happens to you, trust me, you do not want that happen again, so you turn it up. You know, and otherwise, I didn't bring any O2 trainers. I would be seriously look at it. Usain Bolt, 3 other gold medalists from the Olympics, a silver medalist boxing, they're all doing it. There's a reason for this. 18 medical published journals out there what the O2 trainer does for you. If you have guys like Usain Bolt, the fastest guy on the planet, who only needs to sprint for 9.5 or 10 seconds, doing it, there's a reason. Why does he need more air? Because the more air, the more explosion you can throw out. You do breathing exercises for 3 minutes and do push-ups. No, do push-ups now, as many as you can, and then in 2 days, you do breathing exercises for, let's say, 3 minutes and do push-ups. You can do probably 30 or 40 more. It's real. Wim Hof does that from Holland. He shows you that. You put oxygen in your body. That's what oxygen can do for you. So the more you can get into your system, the harder you can go. It's the #1 priority in the body too. Survival rule of 3 weeks, average person can go without food, 3 days without water, 3 minutes without oxygen. We all focus on our food and drinking. Nobody focused on the #1 priority, is freaking oxygen. Get it in there. You know, learn to breathe with resistance, to get it in there as fast as you can, and your lungs become bigger. And once they become bigger, I worked with Belisa Vranic. You can Google her, Belisa Vranic, the world-renowned breathing expert. And I went there, somebody introduced us, Joey Diaz actually, the comedian introduced me. And I went over there, and she was measuring my chest, how much I could expand. She was like, no, do it again. And she goes, okay, I gotta, wait. I said, what's going on? She said, I said, it's either really good or really bad, right? She goes, no, these are numbers that we've never seen before. And she went to another doctor because they were not gonna believe it. I broke the record. Normally when they break a record, it's 1/10 of an inch. Almost 2 inches and a quarter I had more than the record had, expanding. And it comes from the O2 trainer, because I use my outside muscles to pull my chest open. So we become bigger. And guess what? Your lungs, people can say the lungs are a certain amount. Yeah, they're a certain amount, but you can stretch your lungs. And the more you can inhale, the more you expand your chest, the more they fill up. Your lungs are not working by itself. It's your body doing. The expansion of your chest and your core opens up the lungs. That's how it works. It's not a muscle by itself. So the more you can do this, the more air you can get in. That brings me to another thing. That's why people are getting so tired in fighting, and especially MMA. Because there's grappling, defending a takedown. What happens? If you pump your arms, muscles start pumping. If you pump your core, muscle starts pumping. And the muscle only don't pump to the front, also to the back. Guess what's behind your core? Your lungs. So now the space where your lungs is becomes smaller. You can't exhale anymore. This is 100% proven. The O2 trainer, if you do this twice a day for 6 weeks, we have the medical journal test. If I say published, that means it's 100% proven. I don't say to you, oh, it's clinically tested. You know, that's a nice way of trying you to buy the product. If something says clinically tested, never buy it. It's a trick to get inside your head. You read the word clinically, you think, no. What was the result of that test? Because if the result was good, they would have set the result on that. So if they say clinically tested, it's a bullshit product. It's very simple, because if it would count, it would have been clinically proven. Mine is clinically proven in medical published journals. If you do it 2 times a day for 6 weeks, after that, you can maintain it by 1 time a day. You take care of the lactic acid. What does that do? It's not going to pump anymore. So your lungs stay free. You can keep breathing. That, guys, will do more for you than PEDs will do, than Lance Armstrong, what is it? EPO does for you. That's how big of a difference it is. That's why you also get tired when you have more stress. Because the muscles, they fill up with lactic acid faster. In training, you don't have that. After your first fight, if you had a first fight, everybody will say, dude, I got tired in the first round, what's going on? You think you can go home, but within 1 minute you're tired. Why are you tired? You didn't do anything in the fight. It's the nerves, it's the adrenaline, it's everything together. It's the interrupting of the breathing pattern. Nice and relaxed. If he stands me and he's nice and relaxed, if he's tired, I just have to fix. And every time he cannot do it, then he starts doing this. He starts interrupting his breathing pattern. And once you interrupt that, that's when you get tired. You see? Now, how can you train that? Make sure you do that in a workout. You know, on the back, I would do 2 times a day, 12 rounds on the back. I had nobody to train with groundwork, so I just did that. That was my first year in Pancras. I almost had no sparring partners. I just worked out on the back. But then I realized that within months, you can do 12 rounds easy. You just fly through it because your body's used to it. Oh, how do I get tired again? Oh, I put the clock. And every time, every 30 seconds, when the bell rings, I give 10 right kicks, and then the next time 10 left kicks, as hard as I can. So that makes you, 1, 2, 3. That will break the breathing pattern, trust me. You'll get really tired again. And you start doing that with 1 time in a round. And then the next week you do it 2 times in a round. You see, every time a little bit more. Don't do 5 times in a round all the time, because you'll burn out. Slowly, baby steps is the key to success, guys. You don't want to burn out. It's the worst thing if you burn out for a fight.
Sir,
That's a lot of info. So, questions? Then I have that too.
what did you call that drill?
I call it the twist. The golden twist, the gore drill. Gore twist. Yeah. That thing is, it's really good. You saw how tired you get. You see, so, and also, if you get tired and you do the second round, you take a minute break and you do the second round, but you didn't really recoup from the first 1 minute, take a minute and a half break.
Yes, sir.
It's a journey, it's not a race, unless you have a fight, but then you already should be in that shape. Once you commit to a fight, you should already be able to do at least 3 rounds. But otherwise, build up. Take a minute, 15 seconds. Oh, the second time, take a minute and a half off. As long as you keep doing the minute. And then once it's 1 minute, 1 minute rest, 1 minute, 1 minute rest, 1 minute, 1 minute rest, that's when you say 1 minute, 5 seconds. And 55 seconds rest. Only then. Slowly, surely. It's hard because many fighters of guys who fight and who want to compete, we are all thrill seekers. We want everything. If one is good, 2 is better. Right? 1 beer, oh, it's good. I feel a little good. Oh, give me 2 more. That's going to be better. Oh, yeah. That's how it works. So you think if the harder you train, the better you get. I trained myself out, literally knocked out, and they found me like an hour later. 4% body fat I had at the time. Just passed out. I did 2 rounds on the back, 12 rounds on the back, 2 times a day, every day. Nobody told me I had to stop. I needed rest in order to get better, until the doctor told me that. And then he said, you're going to freak out now. I said, what do you mean? He said, you're going to get really strong now. Because you never gave your body any rest. Once you start resting and you give your body rest, that's where the real power comes. And he was right. It's just that. But we think if we do more, it's better. It's not. More is not better. Maybe with a super soaker. That's the commercial, right? More is better.
What's your favorite combo on the bag?
Everything I always do, well, like I said, cross hook cross, cross hook cross liver. I do these drills for 1 minute and 30 seconds after the cross hook cross. Every time I step to the side on the back, I go rotate this way, and the other 30 seconds I rotate the other way after I come. Then I do a body head. Oh no, body head, body head, hook cross hook liver, head 3. That's the 3 hooks to the head 3 liver. You see, every time one combination, same combination plus a punch, but the last punch directed to a different target.
Changing levels.
Changing levels.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, and then just pick your favorite combinations out. You know what I used to do? I watch boxing. I still do this. I see a boxer, and boom, he gets knocked down. Boop, I rewind. What was the setup? Okay, because most of the time it's a setup. He worked on that, and then you start. Oh, he did that. I write it down, and then the next day I use it in sparring. And if it works, I keep it. I write it down. Boop, I put a little check mark next to it. This is mine now. And if it doesn't work, scratch it. It's out. I don't even want to use it anymore. But every down, the 8 count, or every knockout, what you see in boxing, Thai boxing, MMA, it doesn't matter. Write it down. If it works with a professional guy, chances are it's going to work here as well. You see what I mean? Just steal it, and then just start making it better. That's the trick.
My question's not totally training related, but so since Ledwood's really opened to us about yourself and Coach Trevor being some of his more influential teachers, I'm just kind of curious, like, who you put in that category for yourself that, you know, along your journey of martial arts, you were more influential on your own personal growth?
Yeah, that would be, Ramon, of course, Ramon Dekkers, but Cor Hammers as well. You know, and my very first coach was a taekwondo teacher, but he was a guy who did taekwondo competition and he got kicked out all the time because he was knocking people out. And it was not allowed, but he was so powerful, and he had, in taekwondo, they keep their hips stationary. They do double kicks, triple kicks without upper body movement, because otherwise I can't do it. If I give a full kick, then I can't give a front kick after anymore, because I'm turned all the way over. So it's a different sport. It's not a knockout sport, but he did do everything with upper body rotation, and he was very laser guided. And that, when I saw that style, the powerful style, I said, oh, I worked. And then I went to another Thai boxing gym, and then Ramon just came up. I have a picture of Ramon in my phone when he was 17 with a little mullet. And then, and you see he's beginner, C class, and a B class. And you see knockout. But you know, when he was very young, because that was at the time. The first time I was introduced to him was when I was fighting on the card, and he was fighting as well. But it was all the way in the beginning. He was a kid too. He just started. Because I'm older than Ramon. And my buddy came over to me, Cito. He died now, but He came to me, he said, and I was warming up, he said, "Come, you got check this kid out." And we go there, and in Holland we hear people complain about 5 pounds. We were talking about it yesterday, but in Holland you come sometimes your opponents and they fight a guy who's 20 pounds heavier, whatever, you know, because that's the mentality. We don't just do it, you know. And Ramon was fighting a bigger guy, and he's 17 years old. He's a skinny kid with a little mullet and short hair, and he's standing there, and he fights a guy with a freaking who's tattooed, long hair. And I go, and my friend says, "Check this kid out." I say, "He's gonna get murdered." And he goes, "Just watch." And everyone's standing there, and he's not doing anything. He can attack it again. I go like, "Dude, what do you mean?" He says, "Just watch, you know, just wait." And then the first low kick, he kicked the guy horizontal. I give him a low kick, and the guy flew and fell on the ground. I go, "What the heck? The kid's this tall. How can he generate so much power?" It's upper body rotation and rotating. That's where the power comes from. And then later Mike Tyson. And now hear from Nick that Core Hammers did the same thing, right? He looked at Mike Tyson. Well, I looked at Ramon and I looked at Mike. And I said, what can I use? What can I blend together? What fits me? And what is the most powerful style? I just do it. I take it from everybody. Everybody does the same thing. That's how you get the news at home too. It's just a guy telling another guy. It's really that it. Everybody goes, "Oh, he knew it." No, he didn't know. He heard it from somebody else. You know, you just retain it if it works, and if it doesn't work, you don't. Throw it out. All right. Good. Thank you.
That'll be the official ending of the seminar, guys. There's no more questions for Sensei or I or Coach Hammers at all.
Thanks for coming, y'all.
Oh, yeah, no more. Well, I'd like to thank you guys all for making this happen. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
We'll all get a photo under the banner again, and then make individual photos as well. And then again, if you have any more individual questions, you can reach out to something inside. Cool. But again, guys, thanks all for making this happen. We'll continue to do this throughout the year, probably a couple times a year, try to make this happen. Sound good? Yes, sir.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
I got to take some first photo. Try anyway. All right.